Well, guys, here it is. My favorite artifact in the whole shop. My battery charger. It took a bit of a, how you can say, a proverbial I guess. I got to put her back together today. I was charging a battery. I didn't pay attention. It had positive ground instead of a negative ground, and it blew all the diodes out of it. So it's something I use every day, and I need to get it put back together. Believe it or not, it's one of the more used tools in my shop, and I imagine everybody else is the same way. So I got some aftermarket parts here off the lovely, lovely, lovely internet. Right here. And no, they're not my sponsor. I had to buck out and pay. It cost me just about $200. There's a bunch of diodes in there to change the AC to DC on it. I've got to take it and install that. And I'll cut it apart. It goes here on this breaker board right here. That I'll mix her back in there and jam it back on there and give it a little bit of a life and then put it all back together. So it should be fairly interesting. Like I say, I use this thing all the time. I got a dead vehicle in the middle of the yard. Went to get my battery charger, and there it is. Done. So, there we go, guys. We'll go through the installation of this. I'll show you how you put this back together. Okay, I got to rip the other diode pack out of this old jewel. Being right here. I do believe, to my knowledge, it takes the alternating current and it turns it into direct current. Look at that, even found a wrench down there. Hey, I'll tell you what. It's even the right size, for Christ's sakes. Even the right size. Okay, so we'll just take and get that done. We'll pull that bugger out of there and we'll see what's happening. I tell you what. Get this rickety back together. You know, it's amazing. A person doesn't realize how much you actually use some of this stuff. See how good this aftermarket stuff is. All I know that these battery chargers, they're actually getting fairly hard to find now. Everybody's went away and everything's all electronic. So, no. Whatever. These are the diodes. The diodes sit in here. Right in here is a fusible link here. When you overcook it, look at that, it blew that right off. Blew that piece right off right there. It was all supposed to be silver like this. And then with the diodes, I'll show you how you test them in a little bit. I was a little bit worried how I was going to remount this, but I think I might have her figured out. This here is isolated on here, and it said it was for this solar battery charger when I bought it, so give it a test fit in here. If nothing's bottoming out. Now there we got our get a little close to the back. I tell you what, it's a precarious mess is what it is. This here's got some isolator bushings in it. You don't want to tighten it too tight or you'll crush the buggers. I kept it on that original bracket because it is isolated. Nothing wants to fit. Here they click in. There, clicked in. Clicked in. Cheat on that a little bit. Reuse that. These are aluminum wires. Oh yeah, by the way, make sure it's unplugged, eh? Okay, let's plug her in and see what she's doing. Looks like it's making a little bit of something. The f. Okay, I think I know where the problem is. I got her double insulated. See that bolt right there? It's insulated, and it's insulated itself from this piece right here. From this piece right here. There's no power getting through because that bolt right there, it's got insulation on it. So I think that's where my issue is. She's not getting any power through there. Okay, how to test a diode. Get your set here on ohms, right there. Make sure it's working. That means it's got continuity through it. That means it's got continuity through it when it does this. Okay, we'll check this diode for continuity. That means that diode's all right. It's got continuity going only through one way. Checks another one here. That one there is actually good too. This one here is done. Actually, that one probably, that's my mistake. This diode here. Yeah, this was good too. This one here. It's burned out. The little check valve or the one-way valve or whatever you want to call it in there, the shit in there that they put in there to only allow power to travel one way, it's done. So it's not doing anything. Now, if you wanted to take and put two circuits on one circuit to take and run something, you could put it positive one side and have power going through one way, and then turn it around and have power going the other way. On the same line. Back in the day when we set up for two different zones, you could shoot one positive and one negative. Because, right, you can shoot this here zone. It's got continuity through it like this. No continuity through the other side like this, right? So you'd shoot this side right here. Okay? And then you'd come back up the hole to whatever your other desired was. And your diode's on the other side. And you'd shoot it. Nothing. You turn it around and shoot it there. So you go down, shoot one side, come back up and shoot the other side. So you can have two circuits in one circuit using a diode. And again, it also changes the power from alternating current to direct current through this diode. Because it's power one way. When the sign goes like this, it takes the dinkus out and it makes it flat like this, so it's only got stuff on one side, making it direct current. Or maybe the other way around. I don't know. Anyways, there you go. It's fixed. I'm happy. Cool. Diode test. Power can only go one way through a diode, hence the word diode. It allows power to flow one way, like a one-way valve, like a one-way water valve. So if it's got power going through one way and no power going through the other way, the diode's good. If you change it from negative to positive and it's got power both ways, the diode's no good. Keep that in mind. Big problem. Your alternators in your vehicles have the same thing. They got a diode trio. They change three-phase AC into DC. That's part of the process of getting the power out of your alternator to direct current from alternating current. Okay, AC current is what you use in your house. DC is what you use in your flashlight. There you go. So put some power to her. Why do I do that? I'll tell you why. You can put a test set on it. It doesn't give it any load, and it'll show that it's working, and it actually isn't. If you put it under a load like that, it shows that it's able to produce under a load and actually works. So it's a bit archaic. Some people may not like it, but you know what? I don't care. It's what I do. It works. I know it works. I know there's power there. So there's probably 10 other methods, but that's my method. So let's take and put this thing back together. This thing had about 10 different kinds of screws in it. I've recently cleaned my shop up. I can't find any. I found 4 screws. So we'll put 4 in it. Get the case back together on it. See this little piece? It fits in there. Yeah. This struggle is real, guys. It really is. It's hot. This thing's aggravating my life. I'm happy to have it back together. And I want to put all the same screws in it. This thing had 4 different screws in it. And I tell you what, I wasn't happy in taking it apart. This battery charger has only been apart for approximately, 3 weeks. Okay, anybody watching this? Where did I put my handle at? Where the f is the handle at? Hey guys, why didn't you tell me I put the handle over there? There you have her. Get her done.